Hello, students. Welcome to all of you in your YouTube channel. Students, today we are going to learn about a poem, an introduction. The poem written by Kamala Das. And I, Professor Mahesh Shivaji Holkar from K.Wagh Arts, Commerce, Science and Computer Science College, Kakasaheb, Nagar, to discuss with you about the poem, an introduction. The poem is known as an autobiographical poem as well as the poem presents Indian political system or Indian political system and Indian patriarchal system. So first, we are trying to learn about Kamala Das. Her name is Kamala Suraya. She was born in 31st March 1934 and died in 31 May 31st May 2009. Also known by her one-time pen name Madhavi Kutty and Kamala Das. She was an Indian English poet and a literature, and at the same time a leading Malayalam author from Kerala, India. Students, now we are going to read the poem and we are trying to learn the poem first. An introduction by Kamala Das. I don't know politics, but I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of week or names of months, beginning with Nehru. I am Indian, very proud, born in Malabar. I speak three languages, write in two, dream in one. Don't write in English, they say. English is not your mother tongue. Why not leave me alone, critics, friends, visiting cousins, every one of you? Why not let me speak in any language I like? I speak. The language I speak becomes mine. Its distortion, its queerness, all mine, mine alone. It is half English, half Indian. Funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human. Don't you see? It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as cowing is to crows or roaring to the lions. It is human speech, speech of the mind that is here and not there, a mind that sees and hears and is aware, not the deaf blind speech of trees in store or of monsoon's clouds or of rain or the incoherent muttering of the blazing funeral pyre. I was child, and latter they told me I grew. For I become tall, my limbs swelled, and one or two places sprouted here. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask for, he drew a youth of 16 into the bedroom and closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so bitter. The weight of my breast and womb crushed me. I sprang pitiful. Then I wore a shirt and my brother's trousers, cut my hair short and ignored my womanliness, dressed in saris. Be girl, be wife, they said. Be embroiderer, be cook, be a coroner with a servant. 18. Oh, belong, cried the categorizers. Don't sit on walls or peep in through our less draped windows. Be me or be Kamala, or better still, be Madhavi Kutti. It is time to choose a name, a role. Don't play pretending games. Don't play schizophrenia or be a nympho. Don't cry embarrassingly loud when jilted in love. I met a man, loved him. Call him not by any name, he is every man who wants a woman. just as I am every woman who seeks love. In him, the hungry haste of rivers, in me, the ocean's tireless waiting. Who are you? I ask each and every one. The answer is, it is I, anywhere and everywhere. I see the one who call himself I. In this world, he is tightly packed like the sword in the shell. It is I who drink lonely drinks at 12 midnight in hostels of strange towns. It is I who laugh. It is I who make love and then feel ashamed. It is I who lie dying with a rattle in my throat. I am sinner, I am saint. I am the beloved and the betrayed. I have no joys that are not yours, no acts which are not yours. I too call myself I. So students, we are going to learn about the poem. Exactly how the Kamaladas presented Indian political system as well as about Indian patriarchal society. Here she presented about a male-dominated society. The first, the poet says that she is not interested in politics, claims that she can name all the people who have been in power right from the time of Nehru. By saying that, she can repeat them as fluently as days of weeks or names of the month. She indirectly states that politics in the country is a game of few chosen elite who ironically rule a democracy. Now, in the second stanza, she told about herself. It is the part of her autobiography. She is an Indian, born in Malabar and very brown in color. She speaks in three languages, writes in two, and dreams in one. People asked her not to write in English, since isn't her mother tongue. She emphasizes that the language she speaks becomes her own. All its imperfection and pureness become her own. It is half English, half Hindi, which seems rather amusing, but the point is that it is honest. It is the language of her expression and emotions as it voices her joys, sorrows, and hope. In the last two stanza, we have discussed that she spoke about Indian politics as well as the problem of language that we faces today also in our India. Now, in the next stanzas or in the remaining poem, she spoke about a patriarchal society. How, whenever she working or she behaving in the family, how she realized the difference between the male child and the girl child, or even she realized the difference between herself and even her brothers. She says that she told her own story. People told her that she had grown up, for her body had started showing signs of youth. But she didn't seem to understand this interpretation because at the heart she was still but a child. When she asked for love from her soulmate, not knowing what else to ask, he took the 16-year-old to his bedroom. It means a child marriage. The expression is a sort of strong criticism of child marriage. She shrank pitifully, ashamed of her femininity. And thereafter, when she opts for male clothing to hide her femininity, the guardians enforce typical female attire with warnings to fit into the socially determined attributes of a woman to become a wife and a mother and get confined to the domestic routine. So, when she felt ashamed of her femininity, she started to wearing the dress of her brothers. She started to wearing the male clothings or hiding her femininity. Same time, her guardians, maybe her mother, her older sisters, or even her father, they enforce. They told her, "You behave like a woman, like a wife. You wear dresses like a girl." Even they said to her a domestic routine. She explained her encounter with the man. The next stanza, she explained her encounter with the man. She attributes him with a common man. Yes, she get same experience from all human beings or from all man. So she used a common noun every man to reflect his universality. In a patriarchal society, this nature inherent to every male. He defines himself by the I, the supreme male ego. It is this I that stays long away without any restrictions, is a free to laugh at his own will, succumbs to a woman only out of lust, and latter feels ashamed of his own weakness. So here she expresses how a woman in our society used by a man, how a male or the woman, human beings or the man behave with a woman. This picture she has presented. And she not only experienced her own experience, but she trying to share with us all women's experience. Those they are facing with a man. Towards the end of the poem, the role reverse us. This I transitions to the poetess herself. She pronounces how this I is also sinner and sad, beloved and betrayed. As the role reversal occurs, the woman too becomes I, reaching the principle of self assertion. So, like this, Kamala Das very strongly and even very boldly express her views about woman, about a female character. Even she also expresses a social things and social traditions, those we follow in our day-to-day life. So, students, again, we are trying to learn the poem with the help of line by line uh, explanation of the poems. So, if you like the poem, please share it with your students and subscribe my YouTube channel that will help to you about another topics. Thank you so much.